So I'm just checking the bees before I let Roxy out. Stay there, Roxy. Might need to hose them down before you go out. Stay there. I wonder where the noise coming from it. I can hear it buzzing from here. Eee, taters. 4 tater plants. Yeah, it's got a sentry on it. And one in the doorway. There's one there on the lip of it, so they all made it safely into the hive last night. And there goes one in the door now. And the hive stopped buzzing. And another one. Bit of weeding to do as well with Tyler at the weekend. Yeah, that's definitely a hive. They must be feeding off the eggs that are in the hive now. Because when I moved it there, I saw 2 or 3 eggs in a bird nest in the bottom. So they must have gone in there after a bird and shooed the bird out, and they're feeding on the eggs now. Yeah, I got woke up this morning, bee banging on my window, of all things. Right, safe for Roxy to come out. That one's still trying to find the hive because it's not fucking intelligent enough. Right, let's see if Roxy can come out here without having loads of crap. Roxy! Good girl. I had to leave this bit of the garden yesterday because they was dive bombing my head. Yeah, completely ignoring the camera up there at the moment because he's an idiot. It's not for him anyway, is it? It's the police's camera. Go on, Roxy. Yeah, I might put the beehive on the fence post at the end of the garden, if you see what I mean. On that post down there, though. Roxy, leave it alone. Will they get swarming you? Leave it alone or they'll swarm you. Good girl. Get off. Get off. Yeah, she's cleaned her garden up a bit. That's why I'm sitting on a sabotaged chair at the moment. Let's just have a look. Stitching's been unthreaded. Let's take it off. Big. Stitching's been unthreaded there. And there. Just so I can't sit up the end of the garden. So I've got to repair that soon. So I'm just perching on the end of it. And been sitting down there away from the camera. Because I couldn't be sitting behind here, could I? without being watched. So he destroyed a chair, force him somewhere else. Petty mentality. Roxy, away. So we know what it's all about. Yeah, so I've got my own little beehive at the moment. It's pretty cool. Give them something else to moan about, won't it? They've all got gardens, so, you know, with flowers. So, what do bees do? Yeah, there's about 20 or 30 in there. And it makes a fucking racket. I could hear it from outside the gate there. Still seeing quite a lot flying up around the house though. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can see at least 5 looking for holes in the house and open windows. Not sure what sort of bees they are though. But they're pretty sturdy little things. Quite chunky. I thought they was bumblebees at first. Oh, let's get Roxy in before she disturbs them. Come on, Roxy, in. Motherfucker. It was buzzing in my ear hole. Yeah, pretty sturdy little chunky things, aren't they? That's where the hive was, remember, but I keep going back to it. And for some reason, I keep going underneath this windowsill. So they're trying to form a little nest underneath that windowsill, look. Roxy, you're going to get stung in a minute if you keep darting about in front of them. Get off! Come out. I don't want vet bills. Come out. In. In. Good girl. But yeah, they're a non-threatening species, aren't they? They're bees. So I want to know why they're going under there though. Is there a hole under there that I need to fill in though? Because it's a lintel. Yeah. My runner beans are doing alright. They've got to go out in the garden this weekend, so get in now before you start them off. So that beehive can get moved after being smoked. To calm him down, I'll move it onto that post at the end now. Where the dirty fence panels are and all the shit along the fence line there, look. One neighbour's cleared hers up. But that's just overgrown filth, isn't it? dear. Yeah, I got plenty of drink. Oh dear, right. I've got housework to do. They're ready to go in the garden. That'll be the second crop. Right. Morning anyway. I'm having to take state meds at the moment, so avoiding my growly head. So not going out, not doing nothing. Ah, dear Roxy. Ah, what we got here so far? Yeah, literally got woke up by a bee banging into the window. Check UK earthquakes. I've already had a look at the globals. 20th. What are we on now? 27th. Cumbria. Alright. Government's imploding at the moment. Let's have a look at that. I'm finding it quite funny. I've been straight with people. Yeah, sure. You can tell when he's lying because he laughs. He's been called a liar and been told he should be sacked. So we'll probably have another unelected leader soon. How are we doing in Peterborough? I had a peek earlier, I'm just showing everyone else at the moment. So we got a new council leader. And I noticed this. Right. So you see this one. Right. Look at what's on this article. Because they keep doing this. Keep noticing bits of information planted into news stories. Because we're still in a pandemic, so it's government approved stories. Let's just scroll down and show you what I saw. There it is. Right. Right. Let me just have a look in here. Because I'm tidying this room up today. Oh, look. So, information from where? Oh. So, how are they getting their information, I wonder? Looks like I was right. Don't know what that was, but I'm coming in here to clean it up in a minute. And the job after that will be this crap in here. Because it's just taken over again. So that's my jobs for today. And then putting washing away and having myself a bath. Nice Radox bath. But I'm in a lot of pain at the moment. Physical pain. And obviously the medication I'm using. They're having a clampdown on. So it's not safe to go and do that. So, volcano wall's been breached. That's what I'm looking at this morning.
Eruption is that
all the other bullshit media stories.
Now there are intervals of maybe 6 to 10 minutes of little activity. Well, very slow.
Yeah, I've got the tapping next door as well this morning, but he likes to stay in your mind because it's all a game to him, so I'm just ignoring it. Man's a fucking idiot. He's playing everybody. But what can I say? I've got to abide by someone else's opinion. So what can you do? You just got to accept it and move on, innit? I'm not the one trying to control everything.
And the feeding channel perhaps widens somewhat. The pressure falls, and that means that the magma starts to degas.
Wow.
So there are big bubbles of gas that form, and they will rise to the surface through the pool of lava which is in the crater.
Oh yeah, the other side of that story, the mask. Let's leave that running. Actually, I'll pause it because I was watching it.
Rising up.
Yeah, why did I see that story? I think to put that on a video. Why was that? Let's have a look. Oh yeah, I did put it on the video, didn't I? See, fuzzy head in the morning. State meds. But I don't get that using private medication. Where's that story gone? So it's a national clampdown, just like I said. And the green wispy smoke on the COVID ads. There's your programming. Predictive programming. So they've set up their little army of informants. Set up their little cameras. And then they just sit back and watch and wait. So if you follow routines, you get caught out. Which then forces a person to, let's say, because they can't get their private medication properly, they have to get the state medication. So it is corrupt, because how can you put it, private medication versus state drug dealing. The state is the drug dealer fighting other drug dealers. That's how it's coming across now. Matt Hancock, what was that term he used? Herbal medicines he's not interested in whatsoever, and he's the health secretary. So there's going to be no movement on that side of things. No legalisation under this government, because they're heavily invested in the pharmaceutical companies, and they take money from those companies to push forward policies that support them. So there's not going to be no change. So what they've been telling us is a lie. It's never going to change. So, you know, it's all about criminalising as many people as possible, so they can't leave the country to go to another country to heal or to get medication. So basically keeping people here as captives in set-up court cases or whatever. But that's what all this has been about. So I'm just letting them waste all their resources. I'm not doing nothing illegal. Haven't been for years and years and years. Never broke my contract. The government broke theirs though, as they're doing with the NHS and the Social Security. They broke their promise to the country. And that was a reward for the English people for keeping them in their palaces and their mansions. But now they're trying to start another war, and expect people to jump to their defence. It's not going to happen, because you went back on your promise the last time. So there you go, that's what they're all up to. And now the government's imploding. Let's just have a quick peek. This is just a go-to site. It's not, I don't support 1 metre over another, because they're all fucking liars anyway. Anything on numbers. More local authorities detecting the variant. Yeah, the number they put out yesterday was 3,000. So the number had jumped as the government comes under pressure and they need a big distraction, so the numbers are creeping up already. It's coinciding again, just like the Andrew story, if you see what I mean. So, corporate liars. Right, anything positive? Let's have a look at this again.
That's the reality. Yeah, no, that wall is done for. So huge.
Yeah, I need to put this word in this video as well.
Okay.
Gratified.
Thank you.
Because the probation officer wrote it. Well, she's not even a probation officer. She's a private company.
And there have been some changes.
Outside the probation office. because the probation officer confirmed she was not a probation officer. So she's writing her title now. She's changed it to responsible officer. Officer of what?
So anywhere between 10 and 15 cubic meters per second.
Yeah, gratified or gratification. She asked me a question, right, and on this victim awareness thing that she's been making so many problems about.
It's also getting much thicker. The average thickness 2 weeks ago was
it had a what have I lost and what have I, what is the result of the incident? Right, and she added gratified when she said, well, you know, you haven't written this out properly. I said, well, you've got to understand that the whole incident only lasted about a minute and then it was gone. It was that fast. She said, well, what was the look on his face? Put yourself, you know, in his shoes, in other words. And I thought, what a stupid thing to say. I'm never, ever going to do anything like that because the bloke's a narcissist. I don't want anything to do with him, no contact. So I told her what he was like. Yeah, he grinned. In other words, got you now. So it was a setup. He told the man there was going to be a fight. I didn't go there wanting a fight. I went there for my son. So I told the truth all the way through, and I'm having to abide by a judge's opinion. But it was a setup from start to beginning, from start to end, using the Investigatory Powers Act to do it. They wanted access to my full medical record, and then straight after the court case, PIP started. So I'm not eating properly again and a bit depressed at the moment, so. But it's all coming from that. It's made the whole situation worse, so it's affecting my health. I said to the woman, yeah, you know, I don't come to probation to be made feeling suicidal by the time I've left each appointment, which is what's happening. You know, everything that I've put down as in statements and evidence in the court case is being used in this by this private company in a reverse psychology exercise to undermine everything that I put as evidence, because they're trying to cover it up now. Well, you thought that, and you know, but yeah, it was the local MP and the council.
Now it's not shooting as high, so no falling shots, which allows me to film with my drone.
The Conservatives are corrupt, dirty scumbags. Yeah. One day I'll be able to let it go, but for now it's just depressing. It's just over and over and over again. So that's why I haven't been on social media much, because that responsible officer nearly made me go swan diving. She made me feel that bad. So I've asked to be assigned to someone else, not her, because she seems to have a problem with me. I don't know what it is, but I'm trying to fulfil my probation. You know, she keeps saying, well, it's your choice, that was your choice. No, I was forced into it. I was coerced into it, the same as I was coerced into making a voluntary statement by having me kidnapped while heavily medicated. So it was all a setup. But at least I know the truth of it all. I don't care how their opinions seem to them, because I was there. I know what happened. I know what happened before it, and I know what happened after it. So I'm simply not having anything to do with him next door or Margaret behind, who's doing that with him. He made a point of making sure I could hear him yesterday, and the comment was, won't be long, it won't be long. So he's still doing his thing.
Got lava flowing over it.
Still manipulating.
Some people on Facebook shared video of this happening, which I am very, very fortunate to be allowed to use in this video. So thank you so much for your contribution. So what does this mean for the future of the lava? Well, it means that eventually the lava is going to reach the southern point of Iceland, and on the way it's going to cross some infrastructure. Roads and cables will be destroyed. So what are we going to do about it? I don't know. Build another wall? I guess I will just have to monitor the situation, and I will update you as the lava gets closer and closer.
So they put up a lava wall and it come over somewhere else. Should have used water, but as the man said in yesterday's video, they can't do that there because it's too far away. Fascinating to watch though. More interesting than the all the other problems that are going on at the moment. Right, I've got to crack on.